A warm welcome to this webinar today. My name is Marrianne Hansen. I'm the International Digital Consultant looking after training and support for school teachers subscribed to our educational platforms. I will be your presenter today. In today's session, we're looking at Oxford OWL and specifically at Phonics Online, which is a subscription accessible through Oxford OWL. We start with a general overview of Oxford OWL before we move into the Phonics overview and demonstration. So when I move on to the demonstration, we will cover finding resources, using the search bar, using the filters, using the resources, assessment and sandbox. Firstly, let's take a look at why Oxford University Press is different. We are a department of the University of Oxford. We further the university's objective of excellence in research, scholarship and education by publishing worldwide. Our mission is to transform lives by improving education for millions of learners around the world. As part of the university, we share the same charitable purpose. That position and our long history means that we have a real passion for education. We are committed to working with schools to support you to make great progress. To support our mission, we work with leading educational experts and proven pedagogies to develop and provide professional development to support great teaching. We offer extensive school improvement support online on Oxford OWL. So our research led us to develop Oxford OWL, an essential online support tool for schools. Oxford OWL is a support resource for both schools and home. At its core, it will help to strengthen school-home links and engage parents in their children's learning. So let's begin by looking at the Oxford OWL for School to give you a sense of the breadth and depth of school improvement support available to you and your school. There are 5 key areas on the Oxford OWL platform. I will take you through each of these in turn. School improvement pathways, professional development and best practice, teaching and assessment resources, a tablet-friendly ebook library, online learning resources which are additional subscriptions. I'll come on to these later. The resources on Oxford OWL are developed with experts and based on best practice in outstanding schools. Our experts include ex-UK Ofsted inspectors, government policy advisors, award-winning school leaders and more. The research and policy information is updated regularly to ensure that you have the very latest information at your fingertips. At the centre of Oxford OWL is the award-winning leadership and a management tool, the School Improvement Pathways. It is an issue-based resource and has 21 pathways and a unique 4-step system for effective school improvement. The pathways are 8 school improvement pathways, 9 teaching and learning English pathways, and 4 teaching and learning maths pathways. The unique 4-step pathway system for effective school improvement works as follows. First, you will begin with an audit. Then the system supports you to design a strategic plan. The results of this is a guidance at what certain needs to be taken. So basically, the research taken is then developed into a specific guidance for you. And finally, at the end and after you've tried the system, the pathway will help you to evaluate the impact on your school. Embedded within the steps are tools and guidance for you, including sample policies, editable templates, questionnaires, presentations, case studies, and more. Issues covered include assessment, building an outstanding reading school, comprehension, raising boys' achievements, using mastery in mathematics, problem solving in maths, number and calculation. The professional development and best practice part is a hub of expert videos, case studies, and practical reports to support you with running in-school training or for individual study. You'll also find links to face-to-face training. All of this is grouped by key issue, enabling you to use and see at a glance everything you need to plan and implement professional development provisions across and resources for teaching, planning and assessment with Oxford programs, e.g. Oxford Reading Tree, Project X, Read Write Inc. and Mimicon. These programs may be familiar to you. They help address key issues in the classroom. Tools include planning grids, teaching notes, videos, interactive whiteboard resources and activity sheets. The Oxford OWL ebook library is another invaluable resource. Oxford OWL has tablet-friendly ebooks grouped by collections and fully searchable according to age, ability and range. Plus collections from Oxford Reading Tree and Project X that you can also subscribe to. So you can access 130 ebooks across every level, every Oxford level, completely free. Oxford OWL ebook library subscribers can access up to 420 additional ebooks. Oxford OWL also has a fun and user-friendly pupil area. Set up a login for your class so that they can access the ebook library at school and at home. It's simple to use with a single username and password for the whole class to access the books. Oxford OWL is a gateway to our online learning resources such as Oxford OWL ebook library, Big Writing Adventures, Read Write Inc. Spelling, Floppy Phonics Online, My Maths and Mimicon Online. These can be added to your access for an additional subscription. All your school improvement is in one place with just one login needed. The school improvement support on Oxford OWL for School goes hand in hand with Oxford OWL for Home, helping you to engage parents with their children's learning. Oxford OWL for Home features lots of useful resources for parents to use at home with their children, which is wonderful, securing those home school links. For example, expert videos, parents' common questions answered, activities for reading and maths, as well as the library of 130 free ebooks, which I've mentioned. So in summary, Oxford OWL supports a whole school improvement vision, provides a systematic approach to address and manage issues, provides access to inspiring tools, resources, and ebooks to improve teaching and learning, helps raise standards across school, saves you time, gives access to the latest research and educational developments. Now we will move on to the overview of one of the subscriptions available through Oxford OWL called Floppy Phonics Online. I want to begin with just a quick overview of Oxford Reading Tree's Floppy Phonics subscription and how you subscribe to the links to the print resources. So Floppy Phonics is a rigorous, easy to use, systematic synthetic phonics teaching program for early reading and writing success. It is designed for 4 to 6-year-olds. This online content forms part of the overall teaching program. Elements of it are helpful for all schools. Resources to support your use of the 42 sound books, planning and assessment support, and songs. All of which we're going to take a look at in more detail in a minute. But before we do, I just want to highlight how you use these resources in conjunction with your other resources. And you may have come across the interactive teaching sequence before, either formally or informally. And it begins with the revisit and review, so you can see that at the top of the screen. This way you would use the printed version of the picture freeze and flashcards. And this is when you're teaching a new sound. You would use the flashcards to teach a new sound alongside the online sound books, which we're going to take a look at in a minute. And then practice new and sounds already learned. Here are the activity sheets or workbooks alongside the print or online sound books. Then moving on to apply. So apply at the bottom of the screen, putting that sound into context. Use the graphemes, titles, and cumulative texts from the teaching handbooks, putting that sound into context. And then we have consolidate. So you consolidate this new learning with prior learning, access the pages at the end of the printed version of the sound books, and also the activities in the online sound books. And then finally read. So access storybooks from Oxford's range that practices sounds that the children is fluent in. You'll be able to access some of these titles, but not all, via our Oxford OWL ebook library. So let's take a look at Floppy Phonics online now. So I'm going to jump across to the live web page. So if you bear with me now. Floppy Phonics Online is a subscription that is accessed via the Oxford OWL for School platform www.oxfordowl.co.uk. When you log on to Oxford OWL, you will come to the home page. So let's do that now. On the home page, just click on the Floppy Phonics Online button here. And here is now the home page of Floppy's Phonics. So let's take a look. So at the top you have an overview. So very nice introduction. And then if we scroll down, you can see the mini alphabetic code chart, the timetabling guidance, and the training demonstrations. Scrolling down, you can see the search filter. And then we have the individual filters of the year groups. So open that up there. Then we have the levels, Oxford level. I'll close that. And then we also have the book bands. And we also have the letters and sound phases. Then if we open up the resource types filter, you can see we have the classroom resources. Open that up. You can see we have interactive lessons, printable classroom aids and videos. And under planning resources, you have assessment resources, curriculum coverage, parent guides, planning, training demonstrations. At the top of the listed documents, we have the Floppy Phonics own online resource document, and I will open that up because it's a very useful tool. So just open that up now. This is a quick reference as to what is contained in the subscription, but also has hyperlinks to take you directly to those resources. So I'm just going to scroll down so you can see all those quick links. One of the main interactive resources are the sound books that I have mentioned a few times. There are 42 of them in total, and they cover Oxford levels 1 to 5. And these broadly align to phases 1 to 5. So we're going to move out of that document. If you scroll down here, you will find using Floppy Phonics online training demonstration, the extra practice zone, which is information for parents and carers, planning introduction, teaching sequence flowcharts. I will show you how you can filter these as well, and other important documents for you to get started with Floppy Phonics. So for that, we're going to go to the resource types. So open that up, and we're going to have a look at planning resources, and we're going to take a look at the assessment introduction, which is sitting here, and I'm going to open that up. So as you can see, Floppy Phonics teaching program provides a variety of resources which you can use to assess the children's developing phonic knowledge and skills at different points during the program. The resource can be used flexibly to suit your teaching style and the needs of your children. I thought it was good to kind of mention the fact that this is a very flexible tool. So you have the tools provided for you to do the teaching, but it is a very flexible tool to fit around your style. So within the assessment resources, we have the mini alphabetic code chart, the letter S sound correspondence assessment sheets, reading and spelling assessment sheets, oral segmentation assessment sheets, baseline assessment, end of each Oxford level, and end of level 3. So this is an overview of the assessment resources. So I'll move back. So I'm pointing out kind of the key documents here. So now we've looked at a few documents, and I'm going to just give you a quick tip. So you can see that the introduction has disappeared. So if you want to come back to the introduction, just go to show info, and then it will open up again. And when you're moving from one document to another, remember to clear the filters. So just clear the filter in between. So that's the button for that. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the sound books. So first of all, we're going to search for how to use Floppy Phonics online. So you try the search function. So if we type in how to, you can see that all these documents pop up. So if we click on how to use Floppy Phonics, and we take a look at that. This is an overview of how you deliver the lesson and use the sound books. All that I'm going to cover in a minute, but I just wanted you to know that the guide is sitting there, and all you have to do is type in how to use, even just how to, and you can reach this great guide. So I'm going to close that down. So now we're going to find a sound book. So again, I'm going to clear the filter. Going to go to resource types and classroom resources and interactive lessons. Then you scroll down, and I'm going to select book 3. So let's open that up. So as briefly, the books are designed as a teaching tool. The books are available in print and through this subscription. The main content is the same in each version, but there are also additional features in each. Whilst these all look the same at this point, there are some subtle differences. So the first 6 books are not numbered and are around sound discrimination, allowing the child to listen for different sounds around us. This is a really important first step in teaching phonics. Books 1 to 21 all follow a similar pattern, usually 4-page spreads per book, each with 7 different activities around each double-page spread. And I'm going to take a look at the activities in a moment. You would use these spreads one at a time to support the other teaching you would do in the classroom. You will probably go over the spreads you have done in previous days as well, as they will need to embed previous learning. Books 22 onwards are looking at the different graphemes for the same oral sound. Again, there will be multiple page spreads, but there are less activities on each of these spreads, so that's beyond the book 22. So let's take a look at the different activities around sound G. So first of all, if I run the description, so you can read the description, you can also listen to it.
Select the audio buttons to listen to the words. Select the letters to watch how they are formed. Select chip, floppy, and the word list, and complete the activities.
Great, so let's do that. So we start with clicking the letter G. And this is showing us the G letter formation. So the video shows how the graphemes are formed with audio of the phoneme. So let's do that.
G. G.
Great, so that's that activity. And then if we move down to the word gate.
G.
This is an audio of the
Gate.
phoneme and the word.
G. Gate.
And then we move down to the words gap, dig, gas, and digs. Let's click on that. These words all have the G sound in them, so all the words in this exercise. This is a blending activity with audio that allows children to practice sounding out phonemes and blending them to make words. Reveal the picture to give children an extra clue. So let's do it. Let's have a look at the picture first. Right. So that's the clue. And then we can take a look at each sound.
G. A. P.
And that makes
Gap.
and again we have the picture and
D. I. G. Dig. Gas.
then we have.
Digs.
So you can see how those activities play out. But again, you can use those, either asking the children to say the sound first, or vice versa to repeat. So there are many ways of using these activities. So those were the words, and now we're going to click on floppy. This is a grapheme phoneme matching activity that allows children to listen to the phoneme and point to the corresponding grapheme as they hear them. So in the classroom, this would be a real fun exercise. So let's just play the audio.
T. As in teddy. A. As in apple. M. As in man.
So that's that exercise. So again, you can do it whichever way around you like for them to repeat or say the sound before. So many ways of playing these activities. And then we have a list of letters. So you click on the graphemes to turn in turn at the bottom. Audio of the phoneme for each grapheme will, so if you press the letter S, you will hear the audio. So children can either listen to these when you point to them and say them aloud, or say them aloud and check that they are right.
A.
So again, another activity there. And then we're going to click on the chip icon. So here it's a drag and drop activity that allows children to listen to a word, listen to individual phonemes, drag the grapheme into the right order to blend and create the word. So shall we listen?
dig,
So just drag them into place and click done. Let's do one more.
gap,
And why not do the last one as well?
tag,
Then the last activity is clicking on the audio buttons in the main picture. So if we click on
dog,
we hear dog.
garden, game, grin, grass, mug.
So those are the activities. There's lots more discussion to have around all of these books, especially the first 6 books, which focus on general sound discrimination. But for now, we're going to take a look at the printable classroom aids as well. So I'm going to close the book and come back to Floppy Phonics and move up. Make sure I've cleared the filters. And we're going to take a look at the classroom resources. So classroom resources, printable classroom aids. So you can see here we have the mini alphabetic code chart. And we also have helpful words by year group, also known as tricky or high frequency words. So those are the printable classroom aids. And then clear the filter and go back to classroom resources. We also have videos. And if we select the first one, you're going to be able to appreciate one of these videos. So here we have level 1 songs and the alphabet song. So these are helpful resources to add another activity to support children's learning and also help with the pronunciation of the pure sounds. So we're going to listen to Old MacDonald a little bit.
Old MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O,
and on that farm he had a dog.
E-I-E-I-O.
Great. So these are lovely, lovely little audio videos. So I'm going to close that the book down now. We're going to go back to the PowerPoint. Before I move on, I will just mention the support pages, just briefly, and they are under the help button. So if we go into the subscription support, you can go to Floppy Phonics and get a lot of extra help with Floppy Phonics. And it gives you the overview and frequently asked questions. So I just wanted you to know about those resources. So do take a look at the help button. Now I am definitely going to move back to the slide deck. So what's next? Register for free and take a look. You'll find sample videos from our experts, research reports, and more. You can get free access to an early years pathway. This will enable you to see the type and amount of support available and the structure of a pathway. So now I have come to the end of this presentation. Thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you have enjoyed this overview of Oxford OWL and floppy phonics online. Please remember to sign up to oxfordowl.co.uk so that you can enjoy all the free support from Oxford University Press. And I hope to see you soon again. Goodbye and have a good day.